Chris Humphreys.
Lynn Kira.
Mason Medeiros.
Felipe Koenig.
And this is the APTA Tour.
See you at Shore Hills. McGaldy and Reynolds last night about 8:30. I went home partway through that match, and it was just the ultimate atmosphere for a B final with 50 or 60 people out here, fire pits going, beer flowing, ton of support, for all the players. Very cool.
That is very, very cool. And now there's just a zillion people watching. There's men's quarterfinal action, and there's women's semis, and there's just a ton of people here watching and eating and drinking and having a really good time.
Yeah, and Lauren, this gives us a great opportunity to thank Brian Skinner, our tournament director. His wife, Crystal Skinner, is doing everything that Brian isn't doing. Derek and Christina Bowen, Jerry and Diane Brown, Glenn Gang, our GM here. Everybody with the Short Hills Club, all their maintenance, all their dining, everybody, and Blake Anderson, who helped tremendous amount setting up all the court assignments. It's a giant maze putting these 6 tournaments together, getting everybody in, and all over the 19 clubs being used for this event. And one more shout out to all the clubs who give up their courts to bring the highest level platform tennis to New Jersey. And come over all day tomorrow. We'll have three matches, 8 o'clock, men's semis, women's finals slated for 10 a.m., and then followed by the men's final, followed by some kind of football game.
Game. I think, Patty, in this match, we're going to see an interesting contrast of styles. Anika and Niculescu have a lot of shots in their arsenal. They can go up and down. They hit with a lot of power, big rollers, lots of spin, all kinds of variety and flash. And I would say that Sutter and Shea are the opposite of flash. They're extremely smart, steady, precise about where they hit the ball, and it's just going to be a big contrast in styles.
What is the opposite of flash? I might have to ask Anthony Casimano. He's nearby. If he's listening, if he could write down for us what word is opposite of flash. Vanilla?
Steady, grinding. Grinding.
Resilient.
Yeah. So, it'll be, we'll have to see whether the great shots, if Niculescu and Anika can come up with enough great shots to offset the steadiness that they're going to encounter, or if they're having a slightly off day and they're missing, then I think that Shea and Sutter have an opportunity to wear them down. But that's a big if, because clearly the match will be on Anika and Niculescu's paddles.
When they say it's their match to lose, they would be our favorite, our number 2 seed. They had a 5th place in Boston where they lost to Kira Medeiros. They're 2nd in Detroit. They're 2nd in Charities. They won Montclair right out of the box. Yeah. Just an incredible tournament win for them. They won Philadelphia. They were 5th last year, interestingly, and losing to Hanisch and Sabori in this event. Maybe that was when they first teamed up last year.
They started.
But you talk about explosive players, Anika and Niculescu, both of them can bring it. We've talked a lot about how each of them is kind of used to being the alpha on the court, if we'll call it. And, that's something that they've had to learn to manage each other's greatness.
And they've done a good job. They seem to really be meshing well now, and they seem to understand who's going to take what ball, and they're not so much, fighting for it.
Right, and early in the season and last year in Finals of Nationals, Anika was in the ad court. I'm thinking Niculescu will be over there in the ad court now. They both wanted to play it. I think so. That I'll be interested to see who won the toss.
I think Anika. Looks like we're just about to get ready here. They're talking to umpire Johan Carlson.
Understated. Is that the opposite of flash?
Yeah.
Possibly.
It is. Yeah.
It's a nominee.
I would say that's a synonym. I mean, an antonym. Oh, my goodness.
It's a long day.
It's a long day.
Oh, no, and it got longer. Amy Shea just
Amy's
left
going
the
to the bathroom. Okay.
Well, she anticipates being out here for 3 hours. Better safe than sorry.
Everybody's leaving. Quick bathroom trip.
Yeah, Nika Nicolescu. Nika's won mixed nationals 3 times, been a finalist twice in women's nationals. Nicolescu is a 3-time winner of women's nationals. Just a dynamic team together, an explosive team together. And I totally agree with you. It's their match to lose in terms of if they play 80% of their ability here. I just think it might be too much firepower, you know, for Shea and Sutter to defend it at this point in the day.
They're excellent at defending firepower, though, so they'll be worthy opponents.
Johan Carlson, the other Johan, is up in the chair.
It's tough to be named Johan in a paddle scenario.
Not for this Johan. Johan 2, I call him. Coming back from Achilles surgery. He had Achilles surgery, and he came back after 11 weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
I've never heard of a recovery like that. That tells you a little something about Johan number 2. I mean, that recovery, he could become, well, no, he couldn't be Johan 1. I see the men's quarterfinal action still going on. Chris Humphreys, the director of racketeer at Short Hills Club, is out there with his partner, Felipe Osis Koning, against Wanarai and Mark Parsons.
They're having quite a battle out there.
Yeah, deep in the 3rd set. I don't know where things stand. Hopefully we can get an update. So our APTA tour for the women's side kicked off at Montclair this year. We talked about Nika Nicolescu came out, won that event. Medeiros Redesnos were finalists. Cruz Williamson, Liz Cruz and Jacqueline Williamson won the Medina women's event. Hanish Zabori took home the Philly cricket event. Zabori Hanish took charities over Nika Nicolescu. They went on out to Cleveland. Morgan Sikora took that title over Gio Williamson. They went to Detroit, where Hanish Zabori won another event over Anika Nicolescu again, 1-2 finish. We went to the Midwesterns then, you know, after, in the new year. Morgan Sikora took that title. And then Boston, Hanish Zabori took the title over Morgan Sikora. We've got this in Philly coming up on the women's side, leading up to what is going to be an incredible nationals out in Chicago. John Noble and the crew out there, veterans of hosting incredible tournaments. They're all fired up for this year's nationals.
Always a great tournament out there in Chicago, and I think our players are on the court, ready to get going. Gabby Nicolescu is yawning. Hopefully she'll wake up. Lost someone again.
Interesting, Nicolescu and Nika. Who is? Holy shit.
Why would someone do that? What?
Wait, where did it happen? Right here?
What's he doing? But why?
Wait, isn't he one of your guys? Oh, my Lord. We got this. We got you covered. Just tell us what button to press. No. I got on SHC tennis guest. I didn't need one for that, I don't think. Oh my God, I can't believe the guy touched the thing.
Why would someone do that?
Mark Guinness should go punch him.
I think Jake's gonna punch him.
Okay, they're good.
Okay. He's saying we're good.
Well, it's okay. These guys are going to the bathroom.
And what are they? First of all, what are they doing? Are they like they're taking like an hour to
Now
start?
Gabby's going to the bathroom. They said rotate. There's only a few stalls here.
Once we get the stream going, I'll go out and figure it out too. Okay.
Why did he say he was messing with the cables?
I think he maybe knocked it off and was trying to plug it back.
Oh.
Yeah. Nothing like trying to plug in someone else's cables in the middle of a live stream, right? Jesus. All right.
I'm trying to get online as well using my Wi-Fi with Jerry. Well, I guess we could just start the match again since it hasn't.
Okay, you got it. No, I mean,
Ann is texting us.
do we start it over, Mark?
They can hear us. She can hear us on live streaming.
How about those Jets?
Okay.
Hi, Lauren.
That was a little technical glitch we had there, but we're back.
And my mother might wash my mouth out with soap after that little interruption I had there. I apologize.
Okay, here we go. I think we're just starting. Perfect timing. Jillian Sutter to serve.
Okay. So Anika Nicolescu won the toss, elected to return. Why not? When you've got that firepower on your return of serves, put that pressure immediately on the other team. Right there, great serve from Sutter, taking it up the tee and serving to Nicolescu, who was in the deuce court, Lauren. You had a feeling that was the case.
Well, that's how they've been playing. That's how they played in Boston. In the semifinal match that we did where Shea and Sutter played, they lost the first 3 games. I think they won 3 points. They got off to such a slow start. So no worries for them.
Right.
They dig themselves to a hole. They did both sets in their semifinal match and came back to win.
But I do think, you know, they're up against Nicolescu and Anika, and there's going to be a price to pay for every short ball in this match. Because of just the explosive nature of Nicolescu and Anika, a reference to it's their match to lose. I feel like Shea and Sutter, I mean, I think they're not going to rush anything. They control tempo. You can see they're almost in reverse tempo here. They're just really just taking this easy. They'll pick their spots. Phenomenal return to serve from Amy Shea. As always.
She has like 2 boards that she aims for. You see Anika with her sidearm serve that she's been using exclusively, and she's gotten quite good at it.
The return didn't go over right there, and we saw Nicolescu make a move, and I was commenting how, I remember the first couple years Nicolescu played, we were talking about this on our walk today, how she just used to be so active up at that net. With her forehand, just cut off a million balls. I would love to see that level of activity from her in that position. And that's where Shea's going to have to be money in this match. You know, I don't know how many opportunities they'll get for, you know, break points, and they're going to have to capitalize.
Well, I mean, look, I think they'll get opportunities for break points. I mean, they're not such fantastic servers. They'll certainly just as likely to have chances returning as they are serving.
Nika's gone, it seems like, exclusively to the sidearm serve, Lauren?
Yeah, she has. She has. And she did it very well in Boston. Okay.
I like that. A little harder overhead. Got the nick. Got a little lucky right off the bat. 1-all.
2 quick games to start this match.
I was fascinated watching Amy Shea serve, almost like a jump serve.
Yeah.
Throws the toss way to the side. And I always think, she's going to foot fault, but she doesn't.
It's stressful.
It is a little.
But she's got a very good serve.
Just so smooth. Anika, effortless lob, high percentage drive through the middle. They took over the net in transition there. And that's what you said. Sutter can Sutter
Yeah,
can
she's
chase it
quick,
down.
and she's very comfortable chasing down the hard overheads. You know, we also said this before. Niculescu, people have gotten much better. Other people are also hitting that hard overhead roller, and a lot of players have gotten much more comfortable with playing it, and returning it. So it's not the winning proposition for Niculescu that it once was. She may have to find another shot to mix in with it.
Nika seems dialed in, smooth, so fluid here.
And you know, we're required to say this in every match Niculescu plays. She's streaky, and you have to be able to ride out her hot streaks because she's can just be incredible, and then she'll give you some. So you have to be able to ride the wave with Anika. Good cutoff by Sutter.
Yeah, smart play. You know, Niculescu was sneaking in and wasn't being subtle about it.
No, she was kind of moseying in, I would say.
Right, and Sutter did the right thing. She just picked up on it and just cut the ball off. She might not have moved otherwise on it had Niculescu not, you know, presented the opening for her. Maybe Niculescu just thought Anika was so smooth she was banking on a really good low return serve.
Good exchange.
Yeah, and that's just a wasted opportunity. She just made phenomenal hands play. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, and then
Brutal to miss a return on break point. Really is.
And again, we talk about it. Every game is critical. You know, quarters on, you just can't let any opportunity slip away with return to serve error, in my opinion. Lauren, the reason I say that is just all these women are so phenomenal at their first volley. You're just not going to get that many winners off of it.
Good pressure there from Anika Niculescu.
You know, in that exchange where Anika took the short ball, went in, boom, 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 boom. I would expect Anika to win that 90% of the time against Shea Sutter. I think her hands win that contest, and when she can force the issue like that, I mean, I just love watching those Anika hands.
Yeah,
Like almost
agreed.
better than Gabby's up there.
Agreed, but as we saw before, Shea and Sutter surprisingly come out on top of some of those. Even you know, I think even in this match, they will. See if somebody can hold serve here. Gabby Niculescu serving.
Shout out to everybody from Plainfield Country Club out here enjoying the action. Clearwater. Mari McDevitt. Plainfield buddy of mine from long ago. I mean, that's the great thing about this event, Lauren. It just brings out so many people. How many people are out here? A couple hundred?
Lots.
Couple hundred fans?
Scientifically, I would say lots.
Scientifically. Yeah, heck of a return to serve. Almost came up with that volley.
2-2. No one has yet to hold serve. Not a lot of long points left, Patty.
No, and I would have thought that quicker points would have favored Anika Nicolescu, so kudos to Shea and Sutter that we're at 2-off first set here. You know, I was just thinking they were going to win the long grinding points. Just when it looks like Amy Shea is not going to do something, boom.
She's moving great, and you know, that looked like a great return for Anika, but it came right off the back screen. It was so hard, and Amy Shea was standing there. And then you're forced to hit a volley in transition, which is not fun when you're going up against a good drive like Amy Shea's.
You know, a lot of times in transition, you want people to throw up a lob, but I love that Shea pulled the trigger. You know, she sensed that they were a little bit off the net, and she was confident of her skills.
Okay, point for a hold here.
Good pressure. She saw it. She just didn't come up with that shot. The ball just got a little bit low on that forehand volley.
Serve. That volley that's the problem with Shea volleying off the net there. When Nicolescu comes in, Shea is volleying the ball up, and that's just an easy volley for Nicolescu.
We'll talk about the lefty-righty combination. When the lefty and righty have their forehand overheads in the middle to defend lobbing better, makes them a little bit more vulnerable on that middle drive, and I just would expect Nicolescu and Nika just to be relentless in picking apart the middle of the court here.
Overzealous, I would say, for Anika there on that volley.
And that's the thing, you know, she juiced the one before. She's got to learn to back off. You know, sometimes just put the ball in play.
Well, that was interesting. Sutter stayed back, and Anika Nicolescu didn't react to it. And then they found themselves 3 people in the backcourt there.
Kudos to throwing a different look.
They just weren't paying attention, I don't think, or
I think you're
right. Or Anika would have come in.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your body with the shot and the bar. Now available in a deliciously energizing power pack. See how much farther you can go with Remedy Plus. High performance.
Welcome to CI Private Wealth. Here, you'll find a profoundly different wealth management experience. With the strength of our parent, CI Financial, we've built a diverse, world-class wealth management firm at a size and scale like no other. That means no matter how complex, extreme, or niche your wealth goals may be, you'll be matched with an advisor who can help navigate all of life's many challenges, whether personal or professional, so you can stay focused on the journey. Our advisors are the reason why our strategies are so unique, why our services are so personal.
Oh, that looks much better. Okay, Anika serving.
We're at the Short Hills Club for the 71st Short Hills Invitational event. Over 400 players here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Semi-final action here. Shea Sutter out to an early lead, 3-2 over Nika Nicolescu. The fire pits are going. Everybody's firing.
Yeah, there's a good view of people on the side of the court watching.
I'm not sure who won the quarterfinals with Chris Humphreys. I haven't heard the result, but they're done. I saw a big smile from one of them, so I'm thinking the host pro may have gotten through. That's Roxy Nika serving. Gabby Nicolescu's up at the net. Returning serve, Amy Shea. And the lefty in the deuce court, Jolene Sutter.
Yeah. Humphreys, Sekona did win 6-4 in the third.
Wow. Great win for them.
Okay, here we go with the Nicolescu overheads. I'm really curious to see if she gains any traction with that shot in this match.
You said to me before we came on the air, Sutter can defend that shot out of that deuce court almost as well as any of the top players, you said. So we start off 4 straight breaks, 2 holds.
Yeah.
This Nicolescu, as we have seen, just lives on that roller overhead. Some of the players you'll see, I think of Zabori, one of the top players, she'll move her grips around and you can see the obvious grip changes and different styles of overheads where Nicolescu will just stay with that grip way over on her paddle and just keep hitting that roller all day long.
They're doing a very good job of making Nicolescu and Anika hit one more drive. And
sure, but I mean, there was so much room right there for Anika. And that's just where she just has to have an understanding of, in that moment,
but
what mile per hour is necessary to put that ball. She had the middle wide open. Those Shea and Sutter were just getting out of the way. We're going to play the ball off the back screen.
Correct. They're giving her an opportunity to make a mistake, though. You have to withstand a few, and then, you know, as many as it takes.
Here's where we've seen a lot of Shea and Sutter, where when they were at the net, we'll talk about it next time we see it, where they opt out of the opportunity to switch to get their forehand overheads in the middle, rather staying put to keep their backhand volleys in the middle to defend those hard drives.
And I get that against this team. I mean, these are hard drivers.
I think it's a great strategy against them.
Anika. That always feels great, that blitz on the lob, if your opponents don't see you and they hit a push overhead, but when they hit one down to your feet, it's not so easy to volley it.
Tough to resist to let it go through, too.
Yeah.
Tempo this first set, Shea Sutter. You like it for them, Lauren? Feels like they're sort of dictating a little bit here.
I wouldn't think so because it's so fast.
But I feel, but it just doesn't feel. I feel like they're in control.
I do too. No, I'm agreeing with you. It just doesn't. If you had told me it was going to be, 6 games were going to be played in 15 minutes or whatever it's been, I would have said it by far favored Anika Niculescu, but that's just not the case.
It's great to be surprised after all these years.
Yeah. Well, look, we did say that Shea Sutter are a smart team and they were going to have a game plan, and they've so far diffused any, of the power or razzle-dazzle that we expected from Anika Niculescu.
Yeah, and I still feel like it's on Anika's paddle and Niculescu's paddle. Anika's had a few forehand errors that she's missed a little bit. It's the only difference right here. I think she cleans up the error count and this thing could swing.
But they're making her hit a lot of balls. She's going to hit a lot of big drives to win 1 point.
Would you say the bullseye is on Anika in this match?
Yeah, I think it usually is.
Two-time finals women's nationals, 3-time mixed winners, and she's the one they're picking on. That's what happens at the highest level in this sport. There's just no good place to go.
Yeah.
So you've just got to settle in on the person you feel like you can best defend the court against. Sutter's moving well. I mean, she's really handled herself beautifully here. I feel like she's got a little bounce in her step. See her ponytail moving around out there.
I think they relaxed after winning that last match too. They were in such trouble for so much of that match.
Yeah, this match is just coming easier to them.
It is. It is. Credit to Delmonico Gebbia. They gave them a really hard time, and they look like they're having a much easier time right now, whatever happens.
Well, and that's the thing about the sport. It's about matchups and your comfort zone against certain players, and players just love playing some players and love avoiding others. And that's the Niculescu forehand is just money.
But how many huge forehands did they have to hit that point? At least 6 or 7. So well earned that game.
And I just think I never think you bring Niculescu into a match. I think you just you keep the ball away from her. She's going to get to return serve. Nothing you can do about that. And then freeze her out. It's kind of like when teams play Delmonico and Gebbia a little bit. They'll do the same thing. Like Carrie will get pounded, does an amazing job. And then Gebbia will get some looks. where she has to be more patient and just can't go all or nothing in those looks. And Nicolescu, to me, on the contrary, or I would say what she's incredible with, she won't. She knows how to just lurk and just wait for her chance, and then she just pummels the ball. And you know, she's got like a 90% accuracy on her forehand.
Yeah.
I mean, in every match she's ever played. It is such a weapon. That's why I just wouldn't give it. I would just, if I'm Shea and Sutter, no way. Pound it in her corner if you can get it in there. That's about it. It's Nicolescu serving. Roxy Nika at the net.
Nicolescu does a good job of getting behind that serve and letting it propel her to the net so she's in quickly. The serve isn't hard, but it gives her the opportunity to get it close to the net to hit that first volley.
Really good lob from Sutter, like a sneaky great lob, and it just got Nicolescu way out of position and kind of forced that overhead. We knew it was going to be a roller.
Yes, that we were pretty sure.
Shout out to Maine, David Chelson's got the cigar going, enjoying action. Sorry he can't be here today. He's enjoyed as many of these events as anyone. And this is just Nicolescu just loves to take over. She wants to be the one pounding those overheads. And I do believe at this point she is able to open up the court a little bit more than Anika off of her overhead, it seems.
Yes, I agree. Two missed returns in that game from Sutter.
No real sense of urgency or panic from Shea Sutter here. Ooh, that was a little nervous serve right there.
A little bad patch from Sutter right now.
Yep, Shea was kind of almost covering that middle line. And she's taller than Sutter. That's a little tricky.
That'll make you feel good when you're struggling on your serve. Get a quick error from your opponent. I formation.
I just want to let Nicolescu touch a ball right here in this point. Nothing against Roxy because she's awesome. I just think they're in trouble when it becomes Gabby time. That's Gabby Nicolescu time.
All right, 2 set points. It's very quick set.
And it was that fast pace of play that just, we were shocked that it was favoring Shea and Sutter.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it turned on a dime. but
And
you know,
Nicolescu went big right there.
that was I want to win the set on this hit.
Yes, can we end the
now,
set right now with one shot?
And that's the place that you want to play Annika Nicolescu down the middle on Nicolescu's side, because it's her backhand that she really just slices there. Good shot. And if you get it over a little too far in the middle, then it's a forehand for Annika. So good placement of those overheads.
Yep, and Shea followed it up right there. She got Nicolescu out of that deuce court, lob a couple backhands, and just found enough room for that little slice overhead. And we've seen Shea perfect and got the ball to fly out. See right there, I just think she's going over the high part of the net. She's not going to hit a winner from there. Keep the ball in play, you know. Try to get your drives where it's a combination of shots, just not one hit to try to win the point outright. Shea and Sutter are volleying way too good for that.
Yeah, they're volleying really well. The other semifinal, Hana Shibori are up against Madeira Sinkiro, 5-3. Sloppy there. There was good opportunity to take that set.
It's the voice of our umpire, Johan Carlson. Shout out to all the umpires out here. Greg Robertson, Mark Bliss, Carol Everton, Johan Carlson, a couple other volunteers out here doing a great job handling the action. Big crowd over there watching that other semifinal as well, and a lot of vocal fans out there. We love it. All right, Annika serving. Up 5-4, first set. Semifinal action from the Short Hills Invitational Tournament. I think she was looking for that drive up the middle. Kind of sitting on a backhand possibly and flipped her paddle over.
Two volley errors.
It's fascinating how that happens with teams. One person misses them. You know, they can go 4 games without missing and all of a sudden, boom, everything's just changed here.
And in 2 minutes, it's gone from 5-3 double set point to it's about to be all even. That was a quick game.
Just an exceptional game from Shea and Sutter. Huge point here. It just looked like Nick and Nicolescu were cruising. We're going to close out this first set, and all of a sudden, a couple good return of serves. All volley errors from Annika and Nicolescu there, and 5-all first set. Again, lefty-righty just staying put. Sutter and Shea not moving to get their forehand overheads in the middle, preferring just to play the overheads as their outside shots and taking away the middle drives that Annika and Nicolescu just crush opponents and wear down opponents on.
There's a hard overhead. What?
I love the change of pace. I love her unloading on that ball.
Sutter said, I can do that too. Ha!
just the air's gone. They're just gone totally flat here.
They gotta rein it in quickly. Or this will have squandered an opportunity to win this set.
Do you think Boston's eking into the backs of their minds
don't
where
think
they had a
so.
huge lead?
Yeah,
What were they up in that match?
I think it was
6-2,
5-2,
5-2?
45, I think.
And Anika Nicolescu, I always think of them as, they close out matches, so that was an unlikely match where they just total change. Good little pickup on that short ball.
And good job getting out of the line of fire. Said I'm gonna get this and let my partner hit the next shot and not get hit by the ball. One of the few forehands that Anika's hit that's really fooled Jolene Sutter.
It's just interesting, these last two games, just volley errors, where you just didn't see those volley errors
Yeah.
for the last 4 games. And all of a sudden, everyone's making their share. I just love watching the still paddle off of Amy Shea. No backswing, no follow through, just absorbs the pace of the drive. Really, no paddle movement, just bending her knees. It's kind of shocking once again here. Another momentum swing. That was weird. It was. I thought Shea hesitated because I think she thought her serve was going to be out.
That's what it was, because it didn't look like she really was committed to coming up and hitting that volley. Okay.
I think she was just praying the ball was going to be good, good, good. And she hesitated with her movement to be in better position for that volley. You know, in the first couple of games, it was just coming so smoothly to Anika. Now it's not so smooth. Down the line.
Oh, I like that. She was not going to let that ball bounce and spin. And you know what? Sutter was there, did everything well. She just didn't execute it.
You know, all these players have had these sitters that look so easy from up here. We know they're not down there. And if they could just resist swinging so hard right in that moment, just get one more ball, one more volley back in that situation.
Nice first volley right on the line off a tough return. See how Sutter's making sure to get that to the right of the center line, so it's Nicolescu's got to take a backhand. Wow. Great hands.
And I love the play from Shea, just unloading with her legs, like just planting her legs and just put her legs, everything she had in that overhead, and it just forced the action. And then they were ready to defend the next shot. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you better hope your partner's a good volleyer when you do that, because it's going to come hard from close range at them. But all 4 of these women are perfectly capable of doing that.
Great move from Anika not to make a swing on
Yeah.
that ball and let it go through. Great
Another
shot.
hit. I mean, they're aiming well there in the corner. Great hold by Amy Shea. Really great hold. Who's going to win this set, Patty?
I'm done making predictions. I don't want to go 0-2 on the day. I would be willing to go with, it could be 3 sets. Just incredible. Shea and Sutter turn this thing around, down 3-5. All of a sudden, 3 games in a row, 6-5 here. And
it was 3-5. Sutter was serving. She missed the first 2 serves that game. It was 3-5, love 30, 3-5, 15-40.
It tells you a lot about the resilient nature to Jolene Sutter as a paddle player.
You have to have a short memory as a paddle player. You just have to forget it and go on to the next point, the next game, whatever it is. Great return. Amy Shea was practically in the service box when she returned that serve.
That was a pretty weak serve from Nicolescu right there. Shea anticipated it and just was ready to jump all over it.
Yeah, Nicolescu's got it served deep. That's for sure.
I always thought Nicolescu might be someone who would go with that sidearm swinging motion, given that that's how she hits every overhead and every forehand. Really good spot from Sutter. And I like that. She didn't bet the bank on that drive. She just put it there to see how they would handle it. Maybe they're going to stay back.
You are absolutely correct. You'll see Anika standing on her side so they don't have to switch.
So we're at 6-5 in this women's semifinals, and we're at 5-all in the semifinal between Hannah Sabori and Kira and Medeiros.
As it should be.
Unfortunate.
Just a regular, push overhead, push it back, and sometimes that happens. Not trying for anything, not going for anything big.
Yeah, and she didn't have any spin on that ball. It just looked indecisive to me as she struck it. Interesting, Nicolescu just stayed back, and I think Anika had to have that awareness. Nicolescu was staying back. Okay, now let's get ourselves set together as a net team. Sometimes you could throw up a lob and just get yourselves reset again in that point.
Instead, we have a set point for Shea and Sutter.
Yeah, especially a 30-all to set up a set point against.
Exactly. There it is. I'm telling you, Sutter's getting the better of them on those rollers. It's not a winning play right now. They have to vary it. A great comeback from Shea and Sutter to win that set. We will be back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by My Paddle.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your body with the shot and the bar. Now available in a deliciously energizing power pack. See how much farther you can go with Remedy Plus.
Welcome to CI Private Wealth. Here, you'll find a profoundly different wealth management experience. With the strength of our parent, CI Financial, we've built a diverse, world-class wealth management firm at a size and scale like no other.
Welcome back to the APTA Tour presented by Remedy Plus. We are about to start the second set of this semifinal match between the second seeds, Roxy Anika and Gabby Nicolescu, and the unseeded team of, although very highly ranked, team of Amy Shea and Jolene Sutter. And Shea and Sutter in a, surprising, strange, twisty turn kind of set, saved 2 set points, down 5-3, came back and took the first set 7-5.
Well, Lauren, you were spot on with your pre-game and pre-match analysis because, I've just not seen the matchup with these two teams, and I just haven't seen very many women handle that Nicolescu overhead. And you said to me, Sutter can, and she will, and that's the difference. There's no easy points now that Nicolescu's kind of getting it, and she usually just thrives on getting free points, I call it. She just get a short lob and just crush the ball, and that boosts her confidence. I'll be curious here if we see them switch sides, Anika and Nicolescu there.
I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think we're going to see it.
I mean, the match was as close as it can be, but they did give a lot. It was on their paddles, and they made errors just enough.
They did.
And kudos to Shea and Sutter. They're tied for 4th ranking in the country currently for a reason, and they are resilient. They're not flashy. The opposite of not flashy. We're still searching for that word. It's just a more vanilla version, just not explosiveness, but I do think they have
steady and smart.
And they've hit a couple of explosive shots here. More than they hit in the whole match against Delmonico Gebby in a way. And just off of the overheads in particular.
When you use them judiciously and the other team isn't expecting it, you also have the element of surprise, as opposed to Anika and Nicolescu, who are pounding, and they're kind of putting their opponents in a groove.
Yeah, that game, Anika served. Lauren, was she serving at 5-4?
She was serving at 5-4. Yeah.
That was a brutal game for them. 4 volley errors. Pressure on the returns to serve from Shea and Sutter, but it just seemed like that was a little bit of a walkabout for Anika Nicolescu in that game. And then, boom, the whole thing changed.
I think a little bit was a hangover from losing those 2 set points the game before, and what turned out to be a long game that Shea served, and it bled over into that 5-4 game, and then suddenly it was 5-all, and that was the end of that.
It's the lefty, Jolene Sutter, serving to start the set. She's the first server for her team always. It's just that return to serve from Nicolescu. You just work so hard to get your paddle on that. And that's a bad return to serve error right there. Nicolescu just forced a volley error. You handed over the first set on a couple of mistakes. Put the ball in play.
That's a good play.
See who won the first set, that other semifinal. First set is over. We'll see if we can't get a score. fascinating. For no rhyme or reason, Shea and Sutter will switch and get their
Yeah,
forehand
I
over
can't
into the
tell
middle.
I can't tell when they decide to do it and when they decide to don't, unless they just do it. Oh, there you go. The overhead leg cord is
What
an
touch.
excellent winner. Yeah, unless they just decide to do it periodically just to give a different look, and there is no rhyme or reason. I don't know. This match so far is a very good example of, you know, paddle is a game of errors, and if you can just hit one more ball back, it doesn't matter how good the shots your opponent's hitting. It doesn't matter if they have, you know, better shots than you. Good shot. Good.
Really good court coverage. I just love the touch. Real soft little underspin backhand. Shout out to John Leva, who's up in Addison, Vermont. He's a player up in Ticonderoga at our facility, and he just reports that we had just been told that Medeiros and Kira won the first set 7-5. They were down 5-1 against Zabori and Hanshin, came back to win that set 7-5. So big momentum flips in both semifinals in women's play.
That was like the crazy comeback Kira Medeiros made against Nika Niculescu in Boston.
Our fearless leader, Ann Waldron, chimed in and just said, you know, Shea Sutter are tough. They just got grit, resiliency.
They're excellent competitors.
Like we said, they're not the flashiest out there, but they get it done.
You don't get any style points.
No. Yeah, Shea had a little more time. She didn't quite realize, let that ball come up a little bit, have a little easier shot for herself. So Kira Medeiros, they've got the crowd riled up over there. Medeiros, a former national champ with Rick Desno back in the Darien Nationals. What year was that? 19?
It was 20.
20? Player formerly known as Macy Elliott. See, Niculescu could have hit that ball anywhere. She hit the ball low to the backhand volley of Sutter, and I just think that's where, you know, you got to pick the left side of Sutter because she's a lefty, or the right side of Shea because they're committed to their backhand volleys there. Just got to pick a better spot.
Yeah, I mean, the pace alone isn't phasing them on the volleys. Shea's volley right on the line.
Medeiros pulled this thing out. They get themselves into the top 4 for nationals easily.
Hey, another comeback in this game. Let's see if Shea and Sutter can close it out.
Actually, they might get in the top 4 regardless, with Delmonico Gebbia going out and Morgan and Sakura going out, you know, in quarterfinal play.
Shea does hold. Sutter does hold.
We'll be headed for the Philly Open, February 24th through the 26th. Always an amazing stop on the APTA Tour. The Philly hospitality, like no other. I think they set the bar. I think a lot of other places are actually can rival the atmosphere that the Philly fans love playing in front of those Philly fans. They're so supportive of every single player. Shout out to our buddy Tim McAvoy down there. Another exciting thing to look forward to, Team Nationals, first weekend in April, Lauren, and what makes it so exciting is that you're playing. You're on a team of all-stars. And
I am excited. It'll be fun. I have a great group of women that I'm playing with.
I don't think we should scare all the other teams off, but that's the beauty of the event. You go into pods for play, and it's by your level of play. And you've recruited a lot of
no, I haven't.
The big names in our game. I know Isla Main had a lot to do with it.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone and to playing at New Jersey, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
nothing more fun than being on a team.
No, and there's still time. Amin Kaduri, this is one of his things that he was committed to launching for the APTA. He's done a great job, and he thinks by midweek next week the event will be full. 50 teams max this year. Greg Morgan is running that for the second year in a row. Greg ran it with Dave Broderick last year. Fiddler's Elbow was a wonderful host for the men's event, and this year we'll have a lot of parties. Fairmont Country Club is stepping up to the plate. Indian Trail Club. We've got action all over, Lauren. We'll see if we can get you on a good site.
Thank you. Patty, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at Niculescu and Anika, and they look really frustrated. They just can't figure out how to make any inroads here. They're not. Their big shots are not bothering their opponents.
They're not well known for making some obvious tactical adjustments, I'll call it, because they are so good at playing one way, and they're committed to that way, whether it works or not. So as a team, I think they just could go to another level if they could pull off some of these tactical adjustments when things aren't quite going their way. And I think, there's one thing to be committed to a style of play yourself, but I think it all comes down to matchups. I've always thought that. You've always thought that. You adjust your game, and you think about a game plan that is successful against your current opponents. And what got them to the semifinals is not what's going to get them to win this match, and I'll be curious to see if we see any adjustments. The most obvious one I think they should do it is throw Niculescu more in that ad court here. I just think the presence of and the threat of her movement with that forehand.
Well, certainly if it keeps going like this, you're right. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're running out of time. They have to pull some tactical change here, because I just don't see Shea and Sutter giving an inch here.
They're not. They look very comfortable, and that's the thing. People usually look uncomfortable when they play against Niculescu and Anika, and they don't look even remotely uncomfortable. They're getting all the nicks. They're waiting. They're getting a short lob. They're hitting it into the corners, and they're winning their points that way.
I'm not sure I see it yet, but do you see a tactical adjustment that Niculescu and Anika could make on their overheads? Do you see anything?
Well, I would like them to hit some different overheads. I mean, Niculescu, is really committed to that roller. And look, it's gotten her 3 nationals and God knows how many other titles. But people like anything, people adjust to something that's so successful. And you have to grow your game and find something else. I mean, she's got so much ability and so much talent. She certainly could develop another overhead. But I don't think that's going to happen during this match. So.
Yeah, Nika's got a little bit more of the variety. She can hit those slashes, and I almost think we need to see that possibly. I mean, I'm not feeling that Anika's real confident right now, but I think because she does have the variety in her overheads, I think that might be an interesting play if Nicolescu would let her hit a slice right there. I just think you see roller, 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 to your point. So the ball bounces the exact same way with the exact same speed, same spin all the time. And Sutter and Shea, it's not even phasing them in the least.
And they're lobbing well enough that they're not getting to hit any easy rollers, you know? So they're not even getting to hit the hard roller to create movement.
Up 7-5, up 2-0.
I mean, look, you know, as we know, as we've seen countless times, even just today, it's never too big of a lead. I mean, there's always, you know, in teams that are this close in ability, there's always the threat of a comeback, but we're not seeing any signs of change in game or any, unless the level of Shea and Sutter drops significantly. You know, they should be able to keep doing what they're doing successfully.
Just fascinating. You see Amy Shea out here. Oldest player on the court by a few years.
A few years.
A few years.
Ha.
We might pull in a decade or so.
Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't want to give it up to those of you who don't know.
I mean, I think that's a point of pride. I mean, she's I mean, it's amazing.
And you know, no one's forcing her play, though. From the very beginning, she just walked. You know, we saw it in the semifinals. She went to get a ball out of the court. And usually, like, if I had a ball out, I would go run and run back in because I wouldn't want to hold up play. Amy just continues the 3-mile-an-hour saunter.
Yep.
And it's just carried over here beautifully throughout the semifinals so far.
There's a little oomph there, you know? I mean, and again, I do believe that one or two electric points are gonna spark Anika Nicolescu, and that's exactly what Sutter and Shea want to avoid. They want to just bore them to death at this point.
Beautiful combination of shots. She took a little something off that forehand and got the sitter volley and handled it with a lot of discipline right there. What a rip from Nicolescu.
Okay, good for Nicolescu and Anika. They look positive again. They look a little bouncier, and they just played a really good game, strung together some good points, and I think this is going to be a really good second set.
I love what Nicolescu, she was kind of closer to the middle line and kind of left a lot of opening for Sutter to look at and just kind of goaded her into hitting the wide serve because the pace that Jolene serve isn't enough to overpower Nicolescu's return to serve. And she just kind of banked on that move. Nicolescu serving. 1-2, second set. Semifinal action from the Short Hills Invitational. The 71st year the event has occurred. The longest running event in our sport.
Again, that short serve is going to be is going to be not successful against Amy Shea.
Again, and I think, you know, it's interesting. I just saw there again, Nicolescu did the same thing. The serve was the serve was horrible. It was really short, not enough pace. And I think the tendency is a player, when they get that earlier jump, will hit the ball, you know, pummel it through the middle or even at the net player. Amy's taken that ball, sort of like an inside-out shot all the way across court. And she just really faked Nicolescu out totally on those return of serves. Nicolescu couldn't even put a paddle on the ball. That's a good return of serve.
Points for 2-all. I like that overhead, though. You know, there was no pace for Shea to work with, and she missed the drive. It was a smart overhead.
I love the move Anika made to cover. She kind of anticipated it might be a let guard and was covering behind Nicolescu. That was pretty cool to see. What a pickup from Sutter right there. The good thing nobody got hurt. Yeah, Anika went for it. Could have gone off her frame there. Not everybody can hit the ball that hard off the side of their paddle. I've never done that. Pretty low volley. I mean, the volleying in this match, incredible. You know, Sutter's play from the baseline defending the Nicolescu overhead, and their volleys. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah, we'll see if Anika and Nicolescu can mix up and lob better in this match. And I don't know, I'd like to see some lobs over Sutter's head. Just push her back like that over and over. Because I feel like when Sutter goes back and she's beyond the service line, she doesn't generate that much pace. She doesn't really tag her overheads in that situation. She'll go for more of an off-speed shot.
That's a great
spectacular shot right there from Anika.
Shea was moving towards the middle, and Anika hit it up her line. Had a great drive, and it wasn't just hard; it was well placed, and that's the difference.
Play. You typically don't see both players move in on the short ball like
that.
That's why. And that's a real good reason why. No one to cover behind. Shout out to APTA Tour Director Jackie Cameron, doing an awesome job as always, directing traffic. Some days go smoothly, some days don't. Every day ends smoothly because Jackie's in charge. Hell of a lob right
Yeah.
there. Good lobbing in this point from Sutter. See, Gabby didn't roll
She
it. That's
did
what
I was
happens.
just going to say there's a different overhead, but she missed it. But, you know, I like that in that point. I mean, Anika hit some deep not rollers, you know, just and Nicolescu also tried. I mean, I think that's what they have to do. They have to mix it up.
Yeah, but that was more of you had to just try to push that ball somewhere deep at someone's feet versus, you know, going on as big an angle, I think. And that ball can float off your paddle if you don't hit it with some kind of spin.
It's out. It's out. All right, from love 40 to deuce.
And
Oh,
to
no.
3-2.
Yeah.
I mean, it just happens
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And Lauren, for over 20 years, Paddle Pro has been recognized as an industry leader in platform tennis. The knowledge, expert advice, vast inventory, and ultimate customer service will help any player find the perfect equipment to take your game to the next level. Paddle Pro is the only website to carry all platform tennis brands. For more information, go to www.paddlepro.com.
Two quick errors that Anika Nicolescu can ill afford at this point.
Other semi, I believe Lynn Kier is serving up 2-1.
I think they're down 2-1.
Oh, okay.
I think
Like I said, Lynn Kier is serving down 1-2.
it's definitely 2-1.
It's a good thing you're on it at all times, Lauren Mandel. Playing against Hanish Labori.
Good lob.
Phenomenal lob. Was that ball going out, that lob?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Nicolescu was so far back. I think that's always a ball. You're better off once you get that far back. You take about 7 steps. You know you're pretty damn close to the baseline. Let that ball drop. There's no good place to go with that overhead. Especially after her other overhead error in a similar shot.
Got that roller in the perfect spot.
Lauren, I know what you're going to be doing tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. You're going to be tuned in. YouTube, American Platform Tennis Association channel, thanks to excellent coverage from My Paddle, featuring Durant Mitchell in 1 semi against Hughes and Powers. Chris Humphreys, the host pro here, Gnosis Koning, playing their semifinal match. Who's their semi, Lauren? Not even sure who came out there.
Burris and Rodoya.
Our defending national champs. Haven't played much this year. Great to see them back in the semis.
Right on the line, that lob.
Love it. Two-handed backhand rip. Nicolescu had that at court.
point. Great point.
Kind of a shocking miss right there. Nicolescu got to where she wanted to be on the court, over in that ad court side, in my opinion.
Just misplayed that ball, huh?
Right, and it was the perfect pace overhead because, she was debating. She had that two-handed backhand on the prior shots, kind of waiting for a juiced overhead, and it was a change of pace in the overhead that she got. Kind of made a little bit of a careless error. So that's Amy Shea serving up 4-2, second set. Short Hills Invitational, women's semifinals.
Nika just changing the look, trying to make something happen with the blitz.
They need a spark. Shea and Sutter don't need a spark, and Nicolescu and Anika. We talked about how amazingly explosive they are as a team, and Shea and Sutter are just playing the perfect match against them.
They're countering it. They've countered everything that Anika and Nicolescu can think to throw at them.
I mean, a heck of a serve from Shea right there. I thought that ball was going out. Just caught the line.
A little confusion there.
Thought Jolene was making a move. So did Amy. All right, we'll let him screw up one shot. See, I like that. Anika took something off the return of serve, made sure she put the ball in play. Another two-handed backhand from Nicolescu. I'd love to see some high lobs from Anika and Nicolescu.
Yeah, they haven't lobbed well enough. Well, that was good. That was Anika does that very well. Slides up, backhand, one-handed backhand off the side screen. Have to really be ready for it and close. Okay, good comeback here this game by Anika Nicolescu. Very calm, right? Very calm by Shea and Sutter. It's not so easy when you're getting pummeled by shots by Nicolescu and she's coming at you, but they are just calm and making them hit one more ball.
And I mean, what a sneaky great shot. Just really low, stayed down low. All Anika could really do is try to throw up a lob probably on that shot. They weren't even in a position, if the drive were to be good, to defend it on the next shot.
Right.
So that's why, again, you would throw up the lob.
Point for 5-2, Patty.
Little something off it, finding that spot, dipping ball, got them both to reach for it.
Yep. Excellent dipper.
I think it's going to be a drive. Bold call.
Yeah.
Bold prediction with Nicolescu. Never has she locked in any match we've ever seen, I don't think, on a return of serve.
Well, look, I mean, you know, it's a short ball, right? The serve is a short ball. It's got, and if you've got a good drive and you can pound that short ball, then you should. Oh, that is a good shot. And that's the problem. They're not lobbing well enough, so eventually in these points, Shea and Sutter get the ball in the net. And they get to win the point that way. It's happened over and over again, numerous times. I mean, many, many times. If you lob higher and deeper, that can't happen. Another point for 5-2.
Shea and Sutter channeled their inner Anika Nicolescu in this match.
Yeah, and they
Just
just
like
about
feeding
100
off
lobs
each other
on the line too,
Right,
which
but
is
just feeding off each other,
Yeah.
like having a real sense of what opportunities, you know, being presented to them because of the shot that their partner's hitting. You know, they're playing true team paddle here.
Anika and Nicolescu have played very good points when they've had game point here to go up. When their opponents have had game point to go up 4-2, they know that it's now or never.
And she had half the court. They said, "You're welcome, Gabby, take it. We'll give you half the court." And she missed.
You got to execute.
You just don't win. Yeah, I don't think you get through semis, you know, with those kinds of mistakes. A mental mistake, really. Beautiful shot from Anika. Took that ball, took something off it, got the dipper.
Yeah, started
Another
with a good
dipper.
return and then set herself up and hit a good dipper. So 3 points saved for 5-2.
Who's the big dipper? The bigger dipper out of Nicolescu and Anika? I think Anika's the little dipper.
I think she's dippier.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Nicolescu and Anika this is a poor lobbing match for them. They're just not giving themselves great looks consistently, and that's what they usually just thrive with. Shea and Sutter just have shut down their offense.
And they're the ones controlling the net, which is not what you would have expected.
So many things about this match are amazing. Wow. A little bit of fire coming out of Anika Nicolescu on that miss.
That's the first serve she's missed this match.
Maybe today.
No, she missed another one, but very few.
which is quite remarkable given the depth of her serve.
Yeah, and she's going for her spots on the serve. She's not just hitting it in. Another great defensive point by Jolene Sutter. She had to deal with leg cords and backspin and all sorts of things.
And you know, Anika's thinking, what do we have to do to change this? How about a backhand, underhand cutter?
Well,
why not?
She'll always do that on a, you know, but I don't care what the score is in the match. She's going to do it if it comes up. And she did it there. Didn't really cut that much though. There's that big forehand. She handcuffed Sutter there.
So close again.
I think what really, I mean, that was a very long game, and what really kept them in that game is Anika hit really like 4 or 5 really excellent returns on down game points.
Mark Innes, who's doing it all with My Paddle, is even giving us some scores, and Kiro Medeiros are up in the second set, 4-2 line over number 1 seeds Hanish and Zabori.
We have 2 upsets brewing.
I mean, our number 1 and 2 seeds here.
But not so quick here, because that was a huge, huge game for Anika Nicolescu to win. And they've won the first point of this game.
I like the move to play Australia and keep Anika on the same side and force Shea to go straight ahead with that return of serve. You know, she's fooled Nicolescu a few times on her return, so they eliminate that possibility with that formation.
That's the one that, you know, she had her moving one way and hit it the other way, and that's why she had no chance to catch up with it. That's the right time to hit that ball.
I just saw Nicolescu's facial expression before she unloaded that ball. I knew it was going to be trouble. That ball came way out. Really good serve from Nicolescu right here to get in the point against Shea. Kudos to her for stepping it up on her serve. It was a critical game for them.
Excellent game for Anika Nicolescu. And 2 seconds ago was point for 5-2. I mean, it just also happens. Things change so quickly.
I thought your car was starting on its own, Lauren. You're getting ready to head north.
I was not.
You know.
I know better.
You know better.
Little miscommunication there. Good, much better lob from Anika Nicolescu.
Henry Sabori won that game, down 3-4 to Kira Medeiros in the other semifinal play. The amazing thing is what has changed.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
And suddenly it looks like Nicolescu and Nika are the better team. When 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, it looked just the opposite. They've just gone on a tear here. They have cut down on their errors, and they're driving much, much, much better.
That's the hands we've seen all day. You know, Sutter and Shea really coming up with those plays to kind of negate, you know, that combination that Anika thrives on.
Had a high volley there.
I think she's just going to keep moving forward on that shot. I think when she goes flat-footed, all of a sudden it just becomes all arm, loses a little control.
4-all, 30-all.
I didn't mean to hit you there with my fake swing, my virtual swing here in the booth.
Oh no, she missed it.
I was going to say, gigantic moment here.
She tried to thread that a little too close.
Yeah, and I don't think the Big Dipper was out on that return to serve. I think Nicolescu was just, you know, going to put that ball in play. Unfortunate for Sutter there. I just don't think she had to go for that much. But again, I'm not facing.
You're not facing
I'm not
down
facing
the
that
barrel
return.
there. All right, they got another chance here. Back to deuce.
So as you heard, Beverton, the umpire on the other semifinal match, we're at 4-4-all. Kira Medeiros against Henderson Zabori. And I think if you feel that much of a threat, stay back at this critical point in the match. You won the first set, you're 4-all second set. You faulted it the last time, stay back, because she was just dumping that ball in. She didn't have anything on it.
Yeah. What a volley. What a volley with Nicolescu coming in and having to keep it away from her. It's the perfect volley.
She had a little area over there that was the only safe spot on the court, and she nailed it.
She had like a 4-inch patch there. I think she's thinking about the last two missed serves.
I like a little movement, change something up. You know, changing anything sometimes is good.
They both went for that volley.
Perfect spot. Nicolescu just pulled the trigger on that. And that's, as we've said, that's the spot between a lefty and a righty. That middle ball causes confusion, little hesitation. Shout out to APTA President Tiernan Cabana. I don't know why, just because she walked in and is standing right behind me. That's probably why. Great cheerleader for everything. Tiernan's doing a wonderful job, took over leadership of that board, and APTA has never looked back. First woman president ever. And she's got the greatest hat on, an APTA Junior Nationals hat. I can see her reflection in the window. I'm watching her sign language now. And I'm watching the match line.
You're multi-talented, Patty.
For Hannah Sabori in the other semifinal action. It's Kira Medeiros.
That ball sat up there high. That was a nice ball for Anika to drive. Another just grueling game.
But I love it. It should be a grueling game.
Yeah, I mean the game that Shea served, there must have been 9 or 10 deuces. And now we're having another game like that with Sutter serving.
Shea's getting as low as she can go there.
Yeah, I keep thinking she's going to get hit in the head.
I think Nicolescu picked up. Shea took off a tad early, and a woman of her height who takes off a tad early, you know, came into the view of Nicolescu. She picked up on it, threw the ball cross court. No comment.
Let's see if Sutter can get herself into this point.
I mean, amazing serve. What nerve right there to hit that.
And finally, she has a game point. They're fighting off a multitude of break points. There. You see Anika got Sutter so far wide off the net with that return, and then Nicolescu followed it up. What a perfect shot.
Teamwork from the baseline.
Building. They
Yep.
you know, they can't win this match with just the one punch. They need 1, 2, 3, 4 punch.
They do, and that's the tactical adjustment
that
we were looking for them to possibly make here. And it appears that they've figured it out, possibly. Oh my gosh, what a battle here.
Got her again with that slider.
Big time shot from Anika right there. And I love she was pulled to the side and she kind of just went with the shot. She wasn't overly creative. She just went with brute force.
Small swing.
And I think it shocked Sutter right there because we're used to seeing Anika take that ball. She took it early on cross court. And I think that was a brilliant shot to take it right up the line.
Nicolescu are serving for the set. I mean, both of those service games that Shea and Sutter lost are brutal, just long games. Tough to lose those.
But how many 3-set matches in particular have we seen Amy Shea play over the years? Trillions.
Trillions, millions, zillions.
It's her comfort zone.
Well, I assure you she'd like to win this one in 2.
I wonder how many straight set wins she's had versus 3-set wins. I mean, that just shows you the type of battle that's in her as a player. Nika's ready to go, waiting on Nicolescu. That's Johan Carlson, the umpire up there, doing an outstanding job as always. New to the umpiring crew this year.
It's a tough thing when your opponent goes to the bathroom and it's cold and you're trying to stay warm.
It's a good strategy, freeze your opponents out. In the meantime, Sabori are up 5-4 in their second set match against Kuro and Medeiros, and that thing looks like it could be headed for a 3-setter. No, it's no longer 5-4, Lauren. It's 5-5 all of a sudden.
These sets are really kind of mirroring each other on the two courts. Let's see if we go 5-5 here. We're about to find out.
Huge first point for Anika Nicolescu. I'll tell you, Shea's return of serve. We knew it was phenomenal. Pretty awesome here. I'm not sure I would tempt it. I would take away that cross court. I would show Australian if Anika's coming in. That's what they did off of Gabby's serve.
That really stayed low in the screen. That was a beautiful roller. Shea thought it was going to come up, and it did not. Great volley behind. That's the danger of the blitz. And what do we have here, Patty?
Dinner? Is dinner coming?
2 set points.
Well, we love seeing 3-set matches.
Yeah, of course. Bring it on. Very good.
Really good transition play. Gigantic serve for Anika right here. Should I open my eyes? I'm a little nervous for that right now.
I'm nervous for everybody.
Great little pickup from Nicolescu there. Phenomenal movement from Sutter. Just go in and stuff that volley.
Great playing when they needed it.
Good move from Anika, just taking a little more time. That's not something we're used to seeing in these moments, and kudos to her for taking her time, exhaling, and really ready to, you know, put the serve in.
And she got an error from Sutter, another set point.
And again, I like that they're the ones slowing it down and being really deliberate here. On the same page, talking about the formation. Here we see it, the Australian take away the cross-court return of serve from Amy Shea. It didn't stop her, but they defended it. Great rip from Sutter. And again, awesome play. Super aggressive play from Sutter. That's where Nika's got to pick up. Right now, you become a defender. You've got to get that offensive mindset out of your head quickly. You know, this is defense is winning this match. How are you defending the onslaught when it comes your way? When you're scrambling in transition going back, it's got to be a lob. Use that back screen, slow down play.
Oh, almost made it.
Got an update from Tyrion Cabana. Hannah Sabori up 6-5 in the second set of their semifinal play. Kira Medeiros won that first set.
Another good return.
Hey, the dipper came from the other team, not from the big dipper, the little dipper, but the lefty dipper.
Such deep lobs.
And up the middle, I thought Nicolescu was going to take that ball. Nika took it from her. And I love Shea and Sutter today at the net. They're, you know, I wouldn't have thought them at the net with Nicolescu and Nika on the baseline would favor them, but it has today.
It has. That shot didn't look to be there. She defended that corner really well that point,
And when it's not there, Nika in particular has got to
Yeah,
forego
she's
that,
gotta put it
up
up.
the lob, extend the point, and get a better look. You're going to get your looks. You just have to have the patience.
back to regular formation here. Got her with a good roller there. Another deuce every game, Patty, every game.
It makes scorekeeping easy.
Deuce add, deuce add, deuce add.
Dinner, Tyrion Cabana is doing it all. She's taking our dinner order. We just had Uber Eats. We've got them coming here. We said nothing crunchy. Yeah, and it's important to hydrate as well.
She missed that one. I like the way that Nicolescu and Anika were constructing that point, but a bit of a sloppy error.
Nicolescu, has missed a couple of those, but because of the depth of the lob from either Shea or Sutter in this match. It's the third one. I just am not used to her missing overheads.
that brings us to 5-all. Tiebreaker on the other court.
Looks like Hannah Sabori starting the tiebreaker. I won't report who faulted to start the tiebreaker. Kira Medeiros up, 1 love. Oh, we're calling this match, Lauren? I was just stretching. You know, when you got legs as long as mine, you really need to stretch them out in these long matches.
Tough volley in that point.
It's great controlled play from Sutter. You know, she didn't get sucked into the pressure.
She closed and cut off those really good drives very well. Every point now is so important.
What a shot from Amy Shea right there. Nicolescu was just determined. She was like, I'm going to go win this point playing singles.
She hit a great return. She hit a great drive. She went to, you know, cut the volley off, and it was by her.
It wasn't the play or the moment to play singles, in my opinion. It's a team sport still out here.
I would have bailed there. I mean, I would have, because I would have been scared, but.
I would have run out the door, actually. No, and Amy just was kind of determined and just took a swing and was just praying somehow it would work out.
She figured she had a better chance. I mean, she's made a ton of great up-close volleys, but then she had to get back in time to get the drive. But
you know what, and I don't think she could have bailed there because of Sutter's position. I mean, sometimes you get a read and you feel like your partner can cover for you if you do let that ball go through. And I didn't think Sutter's positioning allowed for that ball to be played if it went through, so she just took a stab at it.
Good placement there from Anika, and it's break point. There's the game for Anika Nicolescu. They'll have another chance to serve it out to take us to 3.
I'm feeling 3. I just sent the text to my husband. I'm not making it at home in time for dinner.
They've already been out there for 2 hours. If this goes 3, it's going to be a 3-hour match.
Kira Medeiros, second set tiebreaker, leading Hannah Sabori.
work by Nicolescu to track that return down. Nika misses it. Love 30.
The only loss Hannah Sabori had this year. Quarterfinals, Montclair, Medeiros Rodesno. And here Medeiros and Kira are in a position to pull off another upset.
That is a very good point.
Let's go. Let's get 2 tiebreakers going on at the same time.
I figured
in the
this
semis.
set is mirrored that set. I really didn't want to say it because, you know, oh, there's a bad, and we're still far away from a tiebreaker. The way these games have gone back and forth, back and forth. Lengthy discussion here.
See, Amy Shea wants to play 3 sets, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, she absolutely does not.
She does not.
She does
Only
not.
kidding. She had a ball of life right there, just didn't execute.
Oh, God, what a volley. Good Lord.
You don't see this, a lost ball. Mike Atkinson over there
under
with,
the court, right?
with John Milbank, the bankster, doing the search. Aki came up with it.
There it is.
An acrobatic toss. You see that backhand, how he used that spin? Only Aki would throw a ball over that way. Backwards, flick of the wrist.
Volley.
Phenomenal volley right there.
Put it perfectly right behind setter, and we're back to deuce.
I feel like Kira and Medeiros have a couple of match points, possibly
Yeah, more than
4
a
or
couple,
5
I
on
think,
their
yeah.
battle here against Hannah Sabori.
Backhand down the line. Missed it wide.
Sabori Hannah saved their first match point.
There's the upset on the other court.
Number 4 seeds, Medeiros Kira took out a number 1 seed. Handed Sabori Hannah only their second loss of the season. And we'll see if we get another upset here in the other semi.
At least another tiebreaker.
Nika Nicolescu
Yeah, we do. We
tournament
have-
number 2 seeds and find themselves in an extraordinary battle here. Thanks to the amazing play of Shea and Sutter tonight.
It's really been a fun match to watch.
Shea Sutter had a grinding two-setter with Delmonico Gebbia to get into this match. And, you know, I saw them out in the parking lot between matches. They had their feet up, kind of chill, and they had more in the tank than I thought they had.
They looked fresher this match when they came out than they did in the last one. Tiebreaker either for the match or for a third set.
Yeah, you know, when you get that afternoon nap in, it is so key at a paddle tournament.
Feels good to get that first point of the tiebreaker on your serve. The switch ends.
Yeah, it was a good serve from Sutter. She, you know, it was a bold serve and a tiebreaker.
She's
just
placed her
dump it in.
serve well. She's been going for them. She's been.
Yeah, and she stretched Anika. Anika doesn't have that range on her lateral move on her forehand. And
she steps to the side too much instead of cutting it off on the angle.
love the touch.
That also feels good in a tiebreaker.
Holy schmoly.
The roller leg cord winner.
Good time for the Romanian to get a little Irish luck. That was quite an angle Anika saw there for that shot.
Oh, Sutter had it.
When you were driving down here this morning, you were hoping that you could be the last match out here, the Short Hills Invitational Saturday night. You got your wish. I don't mind helping your partner. It's just too good. Awesome slash overhead from Shea there. Just let that ball get low and went right at her. I love that shot right into a player's body.
Right, because even if once you get out of the way, then you have really very little chance of catching up to it once it comes off the screen. So, I mean, and if you hit the person, then the point's over, like you saw there.
I didn't love it last night when Lauren Zink hit one at me, like a mock 150
100,000
miles an hour,
hour.
bringing back the old days.
Yeah.
Lauren Zink, just one of the most explosive, players in our game, powerful off forehands, backhands, and she hit one roller overhead last night. We gave her one short lob too many. Ball came in from the other court.
got to play him up there. I mean, I know that Anika and Nicolescu felt like they had the advantage in the point, but what are you going to do?
I think that was one of Jolene's kids threw it in. It's a great tactic, you know.
Few just sloppy mistakes here in the tiebreaker from Sutter in hitting shots that we haven't seen her hit the whole match. Just going for it too soon. And she's not really in position.
I'll tell you, Kiro and Medeiros' win, that's going to vault them over a couple teams here. You know, they could derail Monaco, Gebbia, and Morgan Sikora by reaching the finals here. I'm not sure, but it's going to be close.
2-5.
You can just see it when Anika and Nicolescu are ahead. They're amazing. They got that early lead in this tiebreaker, and you just kind of feel their bounce here.
And they look different at the net to me in this tiebreaker. They look much better. They look much more like a wall at the net than they have, and they're causing their opponents to overhit, and they've earned themselves 4 set points.
I love 3-hour semifinal matches on a Saturday night. I'm just sorry Mark Fischel's not here to be the third announcer on this. I know there's no one who would enjoy it more than Mark. It's a great serve from Sutter, went right by Shea's head.
And there it is, we're going 3. And we will be back for the third set of this incredible match in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by My Paddle.
Welcome to CI Private Wealth. Here, you'll find a profoundly different wealth management experience. With the strength of our parent, CI Financial, we've built a diverse, world-class wealth management firm at a size and scale like no other. That means no matter how complex, extreme, or niche your wealth goals may be, you'll be matched with an advisor who can help navigate all of life's many challenges, whether personal or professional, so you can stay focused on the journey. Our advisors are the reason why our strategies are so unique, why our services are so personal, and why your wealth management experience can be so profoundly different. Get started today.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your body with the shot and the bar. Now available in a deliciously energizing power pack. See how much farther you can go with Remedy Plus.
What is a cutter?
Ball with a lot of spin.
A cutter is a fun shot.
A cutter is an offensive overhead commonly used close to the net.
A spin shot where you get underneath the ball.
Side of the ball, bottom of the ball, the other side of the ball.
Carving around it in different ways.
You just have to have a loose wrist.
And you basically try to make the ball spin backwards or sideways.
It either spins short or deep and causes confusion for the baseline team.
I'm Florentina Hanisch, and I'll be giving you some tips on how I hit my screen lobs. The purpose of this shot is to push your opponents off the net so later on you can cause a reaching volley error. Ideally, you want to do this shot when your opponent's very close to the net or you're out of balance or out of position, you need to buy yourself time. I would like to make sure when I'm hitting my screen lobs, I imagine two balls are coming and I want to keep that ball on my paddle for as long as I can. So wait for the ball to come to your waist high and then guide the ball all the way up. My personal tip on this shot is 1, use the screens if you think it's gonna help you. 2, make sure the pick of your lob happens on your side of the net. And finally, if your lob is still going out, just remember, it's an elevator, not an escalator. Remember, whenever you're out of position, off balance, or if your opponents are too close and you need to buy yourself time, let the ball drop and try to guide it, keep it on your paddle for as long as you can. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll see you soon on the paddle courts.
Welcome back to the APTA Tour presented by Remedy Plus. We are about to start the third set of this incredibly close and entertaining match, the semifinal match between the second seeds, Roxy Anika and Gabby Nicolescu, and their very worthy opponents, Amy Shea and Jolene Sutter. Welcome to everybody who was watching the other semifinal match and is now joining us. You're in for a treat because this is a match is a great contrast of styles, and it couldn't really be any closer, Patty, could it?
No, I mean, very little is separating these women tonight. Really an awesome display and very typical paddle matches with great players, lots of momentum swings, subtle adjustments. And, you know, just when you think it's going one way, it goes the other way. And, you know, back and forth. And, you know, I would have expected this match to be a 3-setter before we started. And we've got a third set, last match of the night underway in main draw action. Got some back draw matches going on. You know, I'll be curious with the, you know, what we'll see with Shea and Sutter, just energy level-wise. I mean, they had a great bounce so far that I've seen. And, you know, they played Boston, but, you know, they haven't played a ton of paddle matches in the last 2 months, let's call it. And, you know, they're out here and they've got a real shot. They just played a great first set. You know, we have a Super Bowl. You talk about matchups, offense and defense, and, you know, anybody with Patrick Mahomes, it becomes an offensive-minded, and you need a defense can shut that down. And, you know, Nicolescu and Anika, they're just human highlight players out here, but the defense of Shea and Sutter is just taken away most of their weapons.
And they hung in there, Anika and Nicolescu, because they were facing down points to go down 5-2 in that second set, and they turned it around. All credit to them. And here we go. That's a smart shot. You know, they've stopped for 10 or 15 minutes, and it's hard to get moving again. And a drop shot is good because it's hard to get that motor going again when you've cooled down.
Loose overhead. Can't hang that ball out high to Nicolescu's forehand.
You know, what Shea and Sutter did so well for 2 sets is they were deliberate. Their lobs were deliberate, their overheads were deliberate, and they have to keep doing that. Not giving their opponents anything to feast on. Wow, took the lob that went on the line and hit a left cord winner off it. Okay.
The booming voice of Johan II. Johan Carlsen. You know, umpires just don't get enough love out here. You know, they sit up in that chair.
I give them a lot of love. I think it's, you know, got to sit up there and freeze, and they do it. You know, Johan Carlsen and every umpire we've seen today has done a great job.
The great thing about these umpires, they showed up today. I got them all in a team picture. I said, will you all be umpires for junior nationals? So collectively, everyone said yes. They would be happy to help out. I just have to wait for those moments.
Yeah. You got a little peer pressure going there, Patty.
Peer pressure. You can't individually ask them. No. The umpires, you know, Mark Bliss, longtime umpire. Robertson, everybody has always helped. Mike Kaminsky, all these guys are great. And and they make it an amazing day for the kids because the kids feel like this is what pro paddle feels like. Will be live streamed for Junior Nationals, Canoe Brook Country Club.
There, the pressure. The Shea Sutter have done a great job this match of ignoring the blitz and being able to volley well despite the blitz, not looking at it. That time she just missed it a little bit. The volley wide.
Dangerous moment right here.
Yeah.
Because you just feel that Nicolescu and Anika are loose again.
Yeah.
This is how they felt at the beginning of the match.
And towards the end of the second set, Nicolescu has improved her return to serve. She's making much more of an impression with it than she was earlier in the match. Whoa!
Whoopsie! That one just went to the Short Hills Mall. Actually, someone's going to get that. And they've got it. Whoever it is, I'm just impressed with their speed over there. Coming around.
And there it is.
They should switch back. I would get that other ball.
Great serve.
I think just the play, a lot of lobs over Sutter. Get her back and forth, back and forth. And I think that's the play, just because I have so much respect for Amy Shea's overheads and her height. And just a little bit more of a fluid motion when she hits it.
And she keeps it lower. She has
Yeah.
spin. I mean, Sutter's not hitting, she's hitting good deep overheads, but there's no spin on them.
I was just thinking, okay, I think Anika is right there where she needs to be mentally. Just sailed that.
That was really good lob, well placed.
I just love Shea following that ball up that side screen. Got so low. Whoa. Yeah, Amy played that shot. Jolene was kind of in motion, That's huge.
Incredible point and a big point. Okay, break point again.
Holy
She did not see that ball, right, Patty? She was not looking at it.
She just made up
They're
for
laughing.
that screw up on the last point.
They're laughing because
Yeah.
that was just put your racket up and pray.
Wow, she got a quick prayer in there. Big time forehand from Anika there. She, she looked like she was going to pull the trigger, and she actually held the shot for just a tiny bit of time, and made Shea miss the volley. Totally made Shea look one way and hit the other. It's Nicolescu serving. Up 2-love, third set. Semifinal action, Short Hills event. 71st time this event has been held.
I mean, I know no lead is safe, but it's been a long, grueling match, and you don't want to have to come back from down 3-love here. Oh, that was just a little too far over.
I'll call it the perfect overhead. Definitely got Nicolescu out of her range.
Big return.
Like she surprised Anika. She's got the bounce gun. Amy Shea is looking at Jolene thinking, I am not going to bounce like you.
Just every point feels so fraught right now.
And Amy knows that she had a great look. She had the side of the court open.
Another great return.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Last time she took it at Anika. Kind of surprised Anika. Anika wasn't looking at it. Didn't think it was a possibility right there.
Nope.
Anika Nicolescu wins
Another shout out to all the clubs in the area who are generous with their courts, and what makes this event special is that we have so many courts to spread this whole event out. Over 400 players playing over 3 days. Big shout out and thanks to Canoebrook, Beacon Hill, Orange Lawn, Rackets Club, Fairmont, Mars County, Montclair, Mendham, Springbrook, Morristown Field Club, Fiddler's Elbow, Trump Bedminster, Echo Lake Country Club, Plainfield Country Club, Essex Hunt Club, and Essex Fells Country Club. Essex Fells got their site at Sven Bers and Gerdoya back in the semifinals. Haven't played many tournaments this year. I mean, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, there's going to be fireworks. We got Durant and Mitchell in one semi. I dated myself there against Hughes and Powers. Humphreys and Osis Koning up against Erdoya and Burse.
Let it go.
Crowd's thinning a little bit outside, but there's a party going on inside. They've got the big screens in there. Everybody's enjoying the action. Beautiful surrounding here in this historic Short Hills Club.
A couple missed returns from Niculescu. Nobody in this match can grab the momentum and hold it. It's really amazing. You know, someone will play a couple of really good games and then make a few inexplicable errors. That's
because they want to see if they can make this a 4-hour match. How long is the match? How long has this been underway, Lauren?
I think they started at like 5:15. So. That was just an awful game by Anika Niculescu. Awful.
I won't argue. Spot on analysis, Lauren, as always.
Thanks. When you miss 3 returns, it's pretty easy to analyze.
Yeah.
And now they're getting annoyed with each other.
We are nearing the 3.5-hour mark. A couple more minutes will be there in this match, and I think it could hit 4 hours. Again, they did a traditional thing, and I just think Amy Shea's return to serve. So amazing. I just think you've got to constantly change the looks against her. So this is what they have to do. They have to take away the cross court. Doesn't mean Amy won't hit it there, but it deters it. What a volley.
And that's always the danger when you come all the way over to hit the ball can go behind you. And Sutter is super quick, but she couldn't catch up to that one. Did she overrule it? Did he overrule it?
I think the ball was good. I think the ball hit the line.
He overruled it.
Second time. That's why you've just got to keep playing it.
That's a tough spot to hit that angle from, over the high part of the net, all the way back at the back of the service box. Not a good choice.
I'm starting to feel like neither team wants this match to end.
Totally.
Another shout out to Brian Skinner, our tournament director, Crystal Skinner, Derek Bowen, Christina Bowen. Even though they're hobbling, they've each got a cast of some sort on them. They're out here putting in a tremendous amount of time and effort to pull this event off. Jerry and Diane Brown, Glenn Gang, our GM here at Short Hills Club, the entire maintenance staff, everybody in the kitchen, everybody behind the scenes, Isabella, the events coordinator, Blake Anderson, who helped put the puzzle together, setting up all the sites for play, and really doing a great job helping with that task, which is a monumental one for these events. 420 players, 19 clubs, 6 different events. And we've got Jolene Sutter serving down 2-3, third set. At 10 after 8 on a Saturday night.
That's the right ball to drive, right? Sits high up in that screen. You can hit down on it.
At a good pace.
Yeah.
She had her feet under her.
Yeah.
A controlled swing. Great spot. Low dipping return of serve. Big swing from Amy Shea. We talked about how Shea and Sutter had shut down.
Right. Well, we expected to see more of that, right? We didn't see any of this didn't happen for 2.5 sets. There were no points where you felt like Shea and Sutter were being overwhelmed, like the last few.
Yeah, and they just kind of stood there and just didn't make a decision how to, you either got to move in and be bold or let it go through. Or stand around the service line and get crushed. Kudos to Anika, great spot. Got Sutter to flip over her paddle to that forehand, and just didn't have any court over there. That It's Gabby Nicolescu serving. Jolene Sutter returning serve. Amy Shea crushing another forehand out of that ad court. And Roxy Nika, far side over on that ad court side. That was weird. What happened, Lauren?
Don't know.
I agree with Amy. She blew that. She couldn't believe she had that shot right there, right then. Pulled the trigger a little too fast, and decided Nicolescu up 30-love in this critical moment in the match. Phenomenal first volley. And phenomenal rip right there.
Right between them.
Will this match end before the Philly Open starts? Great rip from Shea, right through the middle there. Well, seemed like a miscommunication with Anika Nicolescu. I'm not sure one of them missed the communication there. Who was going to move for that ball? It's good for Anika Nicolescu. Take a little time here. I like the change in formation. Wow, what a volley right there. Again, but it landed on Anika's paddle just in the perfect spot for her, and it just stuffed that
But
volley.
still, she came up with a terrific shot on a big point. Point for 5-2.
Great.
What a get.
Whoa. I was just going to say Anika's feeling happier. She just became less happy right there.
That was very casual. That I don't know what that was.
Wow. I was surprised Jolene gave her that shot. That was a sitter for Nicolescu.
No excuse for missing that one. She was in position.
Yeah, she was behind the baseline, but I thought she would take a step into the court, so she'd move in as she was hitting it. Just a little more so than she did. Lauren, how about a tiebreaker in the third set here?
Well, I mean, it was, you know, it was silly to think that someone was going to get ahead 5-2 because no one can sort of break this match open. This game isn't over yet, though.
And Lauren, that's a spot-on comment for everybody watching, because each team just seemingly has an unwillingness to let the other team go. Sometimes in matches, you kind of can feel the gap getting wider and wider, and each time one team's had an advantage, the other team like just turns on a dime and all of a sudden keeps it close. The match has been that way, you know, throughout. Who do you think will sleep better tonight, Tiernan Cavana or Jackie Cameron? Or Laura Mandel?
Yeah.
Not Patty Hogan, I don't sleep. She's had a couple of spots here where you feel like her legs weren't under her.
Another chance for 5-2. Can somebody grab hold of this match?
Lauren's begging you.
No, I'm not. I'm just fascinated by it. Well, I know we say this in every time that Amy Shea is down 5-2 in the third set, but she does often come back from being down 5-2 in the third set. There's still miles to go before this match is over.
If she comes back I'll
Yeah?
stand
You'll stand
on my
your
head for an hour when I go home, and I'll videotape it and send it to you, Lauren. I'm just not feeling it right now. I feel like Anika and Nicolescu just got off to a little bit of a head start in this third set. That's what they needed for their confidence. And this is a hole to dig out of for Shea and Sutter. And to your point, Shea has dug out of some gigantic holes in it over her career. Yeah, Nicolescu got what she wanted.
She's missed 3 of those in this set, just overhitting the return. Uncharacteristic.
Yeah, but she's Gabby. It's Gabby time. Oh, what a low, what a great low volley Shea just came up with there. Out of that ad court here. Love the pace of the shot she's hitting off her drives here. More lobbing to Sutter there. Trying to move her back, bring her back in. Phenomenal move from Anika. Closer to 4 hours. I'm cheering for 4 hours, Lauren.
I think we're just at 4. No, 3 hours. 3 hours.
I know, I'm cheering for 4. I'm only kidding, I'm not.
Oh, what a volley. What a... Oh,
my Lord, she made
God,
that thing.
She made that. Great wheels and great control from Roxy Anika.
You know what I've always loved watching with Anika, her ability to make the grip changes and hit all different kinds of spins. And you could see she was on a continental grip, and then she even went over a little bit more to open up that paddle face to control that shot.
Patty,
Gigantic.
we have 2 match points here. Oh, that's a tough way for it to end. But you know what? Great match. Shea and Sutter really showed something here. They obviously couldn't have been any closer to winning, and they are right there with the team that's been number 2, the clear number 2 all season long. So after 3 hours, that's a wrap, and we will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with the men's semis, followed by the women's final, followed by the men's final. Good night, Patty.
Good night, Lauren. Thank you.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your car, then fuel your body with Remedy Plus.